Snapple.
Next on Working Woman, she puts the snap in Snapple.
I love my life. I mean, what more could I want in this world?
Then Atlanta's top cop wages her war on crime.
How to apply for a job.
And pick up some pointers on how to succeed in business from the Broadway revival. Working Woman cuts her own career path, whether she's the top cop or climbing the corporate ladder. Wendy Kaufman didn't become the Snapple lady overnight. She started out answering customer letters on her own, and then one day she stood on a chair at a Snapple headquarters and proclaimed herself head of public relations. Well, if that sounds slightly outrageous, that's just because you haven't met Wendy Kaufman. She's the queen of quirky.
Am I normal? I think so.
And the ambassador of beverage.
All right, wait a minute. What do I want?
Hey, Wendy.
I can't believe there's no even peach Melba. Do we have enough for everybody? Go get one. Go get a Snapple.
Wendy Kaufman is the Snapple lady.
I know you people don't believe what goes on in my life. All right, go and get one right away.
Almost daily, Kaufman personally hand-delivers hundreds of Snapple drinks to devoted fans.
Yeah, let's go. Let's rock and roll.
It's a madcap mission.
From this car yields cases being sent all over the country. What a hoot! You know, in a small way, you make a difference. You really make a difference. Right, kids?
Colleen Broomall gets to be Kaufman's Snapple sidekick today, and she couldn't be happier.
I wrote to Oprah, and I got a form letter back. And, like, when I write to other people, I usually get form letters, but, like, I didn't think that I'd get something back from her. But I was really surprised when I did.
Surprises like this one are all in a day's work for the Snapple lady. But obviously, she didn't start out this way.
I started at a minimum wage, practically, in the order department. And I wasn't in that job for very long because I started to realize that the letters that were coming in were sort of incredible. And I, you know, many years ago had written a letter to Greg Brady. He was the man. He was it. I was in love with him. And he never answered. And I sort of knew that at this juncture, you know, with all these letters coming in, that if we didn't respond, we were doing ourselves the greatest disservice.
At that point, Kaufman never realized where it would lead her. But the ad agency creating commercials for Snapple did.
Wendy was actually the person at that time who was answering the letters. So he said, who better than Wendy to actually answer the letters on the air?
Hiya, we got a letter from Melissa from Clinton, Illinois. Do you give in-home demonstrations of your product line? I'll be right over.
But to go with an unconventional spokesperson took some convincing.
I think most people are used to tall, blonde, thin spokesmodel types. And we had this meeting, and what we did was I brought in these large photos of Oprah Winfrey and Roseanne, and I said, no, these are the two most popular women in America. So I think Wendy would be fantastic.
It's really reached the American psyche that you can aspire, you know, to be a spokesmodel and not have to be a size 2 or 4. You can enjoy a Snapple and have a pimple on your face.
I've got some mail for you, Wendy. Don't you leave without it, okay? We've got
in the last 3 years, I've gotten about 170,000 letters.
But what are they writing about? Well, one very tall employee at Publishers Clearinghouse wanted to know how many cases Kaufman would have to stand on to be eye to eye with him. And he found out.
6'6", huh? Cases, please.
Boy, did he find out.
2 cases, oh!
I just thought it would be funny. I saw her standing behind the counter and never really knew how tall she was.
Did you see those faces? Did you see those smiles? What other job in America can do that? Did you see him? His eyes like bugged out of his head. Oh my God. Colleen, what'd you think?
Another fan also got a visit because of his letter.
Mr. Kretzmer?
On this occasion, however, everyone was surprised, even the Snapple lady.
I'm going to ask Angela to be my wife.
Oh my God.
wedding. Hi, Ange.
You can't do it.
Congratulations. I know before you know.
There's a lot of phony people out there, unfortunately, and I knew she was one of the real people because she went to people's houses, and that really, it meant a lot.
Snapple doesn't sell sex. We sell love, affection, warmth, and just human kindness.
Here's the Snapple lady, Wendy. Kaufman's kindness has become so popular that she's literally a celebrity.
Did you know I was a Jeopardy question? I almost fell out of bed. Wendy Kaufman is the spokesperson for which Mango Madness company? And the girl got it, the $400 question in Double Jeopardy. You know, what is Snapple? I was like, whoa.
Meantime, Snapple is selling more iced tea, natural fruit drinks, seltzer, and sodas than ever. And with growth comes change. Quaker Oats recently purchased Snapple for $1.7 billion.
Every time I say, no, it just can't get bigger than this, something crazy happens that it gets even bigger.
There's talk of book deals and movie parts. Kaufman's cup runneth over. But if she had her choice?
If I could go on to be the Snapple lady for the rest of my life, I would be the Snapple lady because there is nothing in this world that gives me such joy. Don't write me, I know who you are.
Snapple iced tea is the big hit in our household, and Wendy Kaufman's become like a cult figure with my kids. She hopes to publish a book with some of the letters that she's received at Snapple for release by the end of the year. And in the meantime, you can save all your bottle caps to create jewelry like that necklace and earrings she was wearing for our story. Well, up next on Working Woman, the best states in the USA for child care.
Working Woman is brought to you by Marshalls, where you'll find thousands of brand name bargains every day. Marshalls is bargains pure and simple.
Right now, shoes for the whole family are an even bigger bargain at Marshalls. Buy one pair at Marshalls' already low prices, get another pair half off. This season's hottest fall styles by the biggest brand names for men, women, and kids. A huge selection of dress shoes, boots, casual, and athletic styles in leather, suede, rugged outdoor looks, chunk heels, and lug soles. Every shoe in the store. Buy one pair, get another pair half off. So hurry to Marshalls before the bargains walk away. Marshalls.
Where do germs live that surround your gums and teeth? Plaque. Think you're immune? Take the plaque scratch test. Scratch a tooth up by your gum line. We won't look. That film is plaque. It's a magnet for germs. That's why you should remove it with Advanced Formula Plaques, the only brand proven to loosen and remove more plaque before you brush, and thousands of germs with it. Advanced Formula Plaques. Remove more plaque.
People love good food, flavored with garlic, onions, and spices. But it happens, bad breath. I can eat what I want because of Breath Assure, the internal breath freshener. Gargle sprays and gums, nah, MIDI cover-ups. All natural Breath Assure is long-lasting. Swallow a few of these powerful capsules that work from the inside. Be sure. Breath Assure.
To order Breath Assure for only $19.95, call 800-8-BREATH. Call now. That's 800-8-BREATH.
On KYW3.
Any questions?
Who's gonna do the news?
Count on us.
Every night at 6.
Then what? Then at 6:30, the CBS Evening News.
Entertainment Tonight's at 7.
And Hard Copy comes on at 7:30.
You're gonna love it.
All right. Any questions? Call us at 1-800-KYW is CBS. Or check the TV page in your local paper.
I'm so excited.
Keep your eye on KYW3. See you there.
Working Woman News, we have the ABCs of daycare in today's Working Mother Report. A new report done for the National Association for the Education of Young Children found many U.S. daycare centers sorely lacking. The organization says parents concerned about their child's preschool environment should look for high staff-to-child ratios, higher levels of staff education, more experienced administrators, higher teacher wages at the centers, and lower teacher turnover.
And it might take them 5 weeks, on average, 5 weeks to find a good program. It might take longer than that because many parents settle on a program and then find maybe a few months later it's not really what they wanted, so they change childcare over and over again. So if you invest time on the front end to find a program that's right for your child and that's really high quality, ideally you'll have something where your child can stay from the age of 4 months on to kindergarten.
In the meantime, all the news on this front is not bad. Working Mother magazine has just released its list of 10 states with the best child care. They are California, Colorado, Connecticut, Hawaii, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Vermont, Washington, and rounding out the top 10, Wisconsin. Criteria for these states include safety, availability, and the commitment of state, business, and community leaders to improving daycare. When we return, Atlanta's police chief cracks down on crime while blazing new trails for women. And later, the women in the Broadway hit How to Succeed in Business. But first, we took our cameras to Wall Street to see what rules insiders there follow in their success to business.
Give it all you've got, all your guts. Go for it. Whatever it is, try. That's the main thing.
Well, you have to have a definite goal, first of all, and then you gotta make a plan, and then you go for it.
Things are very, very hard now, especially being in business. Yes, it's very difficult. So you have to be determined.
You have to give it your all, and you have to really have good communication skills, and you have to really get across what you want. You have to be motivated, and you have to really have a focus. Go see the show on Broadway. How to Succeed in Business.
For diaper rash treatment and long-lasting protection, take the advice of an authority.
I prefer Desitin.
In fact, Desitin is recommended by 3 times more pediatricians than any other diaper rash formula.
Right now, shoes for the whole family are an even bigger bargain at Marshall's. Buy 1 pair at Marshall's already low prices, get another pair half off. This season's hottest fall styles by the biggest brand names for men, women, and kids. A huge selection of dress shoes, boots, casual, and athletic styles in leather, suede, rugged outdoor looks, chunk heels, and lug soles. Every shoe in the store. Buy 1 pair, get another pair half off. So hurry to Marshall's before the bargains walk away. Marshall's.
For diaper rash treatment and long-lasting protection, take the advice of an authority.
I prefer Desitin.
In fact, Desitin is recommended by 3 times more pediatricians than any other diaper rash formula.
Imagine a dream machine that burns fat, tones muscles, improves flexibility, works your entire body to help you look and feel entirely better in just 20 minutes 3 times a week. The dream is a reality at Sears today with the Lifestyler CardioFit. CardioFit can burn more calories faster than treadmills or stair climbers because it works all your muscles at once. Adjust for a deep muscle workout or reduce tension to burn fat and increase cardiovascular endurance for a health club quality workout at home. It's quiet, compact, and unlike running in aerobics, it's no impact, easy on joints. Now imagine the price. $400, $500? Imagine this, $199.99, and Sears will be there to back it up. Trust Sears. We sell more units of exercise equipment than any other store. Call to learn about the Lifestyler CardioFit or come to Sears and try it for yourself.
I know about breast cancer. I do a breast self-exam at least once a month. I already had a mammogram 5 years ago. I have no family history of cancer, so I'm not really that concerned about getting breast cancer.
Mammography, your most powerful weapon.
Since women entered the workplace in full force back in the 70s, we've celebrated their arrival to the top ranks of their professions. In some fields, like law enforcement, it's taken longer. Just last year, Atlanta appointed the first black woman to head a major urban police force. But that's not our story today. Beverly Harvard has been on the job for nearly 9 months now, and we thought it was time for a job review.
Police say after watching the robber put a gun to his wife's head, the owner of the store pulled a gun of his own.
Turn your vehicle on, please.
For the officers who patrol the southeast side of the city, it's a typical night in Atlanta. But the mean streets have a new nemesis.
Our new chief of police, Beverly Harvard.
At 43, Bev Harvard is the first woman to run Atlanta's 1,700-member police force and the first African-American woman to ever hold that post in a big city. The fact that she's a cop with less than 2 years of street experience has touched off some debate.
It's going to be a challenge, but I think she can handle it. I just think they praise it too high and stuff. But they put a woman in a position, give her a chance.
My first assignment was high crime foot patrol, 6 o'clock in the evening until 2 in the morning, and somehow that gets lost.
But if Harvard has her detractors, don't count the mayor of Atlanta among them.
I think her greatest asset is the ability to listen and to synthesize and to be a coalition builder.
Officer Trudy Boyce understands the importance of those empathy skills. As the oldest woman to go through Atlanta's police academy and with a doctorate in psychology, Boyce says a cool head and communication go a long way.
Can you tell us what the other guy had on, the one that ran?
I can't bully my way through a call. I can't force people to separate. I have to use verbal skills a lot of the times to get people apart, or at least to give me a couple more minutes to get another unit there for backup.
Like many female cops, Chief Harvard is used to proving herself, even to her husband.
He says, look, I've got a lot of confidence in you. You can do whatever you want to be, but a police officer, no, you couldn't be a police officer. And so I bet him.
Although her colleagues today are respectful, coming up through the ranks, criminals weren't her only adversaries.
There was a lot of resistance to female officers. There were those who wanted to maintain and hold on to that image of policing, and that they knew that if we have women that are out there as cops, then the image is not going to be macho.
Harvard proved she was up to the job, but is not embarrassed to admit to its pain.
It's not the easiest thing to do. I mean, because you're seeing some of the worst kinds of acts that man could commit against man. And I mean, you know, your heart aches. And what you say to yourself is, you know, I have a professional responsibility here, and that is what I've got to do. And you focus on that.
Narcotics undercover units swarmed their first bust of the evening. This crack house on Irwin Street.
To combat Atlanta's drug problem, Chief Harvard recently organized 3 large drug raids. Critics say it was a reaction to Money Magazine rating Atlanta the most dangerous city in the country.
Chief Beverly Harvard assembled nearly 200 officers for the second Operation Street Sweep.
I got so many calls, and I even got people writing in who felt so good about what you all did.
Others called it an act in futility. But police beat reporter Kathy Scruggs says it's all part of Harvard's strategy.
Her idea was to make an impact on that, even if it was for one night. It was for one night. What I think she wants to plan in their minds is you never know when we'll be back.
Though Harvard's launched the drug raids, she knows she can't tackle the drug and crime problem alone. During a community speech, she appealed to local citizens.
Crime is not a police department's problem alone. And to the extent that people feel that it's the police department's problem alone, we're going to lose.
She also talks regularly to the troops, like this impromptu session with the Red Dog Unit, the department's tactical drug team.
If you see things that are changing out there on the streets as you go about dealing with whatever you have to do that would dictate now, again, we sit down and make some changes, then we're open to discuss that and consider that.
It's this kind of leadership that Mayor Campbell says will make Atlanta ready for its next big challenge, providing security for the '96 Olympics and the 500,000 tourists who will visit.
It's a holistic approach, and I think that Chief Beverly Harvard has been invaluable in recognizing that all of the parts of the puzzle must fit together in order to really create a grand mosaic.
With so much hanging in the balance and a crime problem so well publicized, Harvard certainly has her work cut out for her. How will she accomplish it?
You really can't get bogged down. You have to do it.
Coming up, women in the cast of the Broadway hit How to Succeed in Business. And here's what's happening on next week's show. Her work with chimpanzees made her a legend.
Well, she's just a woman, you know. I was a geographic cover girl for a long time.
And who stole feminism? Meet an author with some surprising answers.
If you hear a feminist advocate bearing a statistic, be on your guard.
Where do germs live that surround your gums and teeth? Plaque. Think you're immune? Take the plaque scratch test. Scratch a tooth up by your gum line. We won't look. That film is plaque. It's a magnet for germs. That's why you should remove it with advanced formula plaques. The only brand proven to loosen and remove more plaque before you brush. And thousands of germs with it. Advanced formula plaques. Remove more plaque.
Do you suffer from irritable bowel symptoms with abdominal discomfort and alternating bouts of diarrhea and constipation? Discover Equilactin for effective relief from irritable bowel symptoms. In an irritable bowel, stress can trigger a flare-up causing a water imbalance in the colon. Too little water, constipation. Too much water, diarrhea. Equilactin equalizes the balance and provides welcome relief. Easy to carry, easy to chew, Equilactin tablets. Effective relief from irritable bowel symptoms.
Shut up! Please, don't get like this. Please, you're so jealous. Don't get like what? No, come here. Don't get like what? I didn't mean anything. Just to get so angry. That's enough from you. Enough. 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 That's enough. I'm going to give you something to scream about. Get over here. Get up. I can't. I'm talking to you. Get up. I can't get up. Stop crying! You're asking for it again!
For information about how you can help stop domestic violence, call us.
We should talk.
CBS is now here on KYW3.
Reset your VCR to channel 3.
Hello, KYW.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I just took a dip in the Schuylkill River, and boy, do I feel refreshed.
I am not faking this accent.
I'm still on at 11.
You're going to love it.
Any questions? Call us at 1-800-KYW-is-CBS. Or check the TV page in your local paper.
It's The Late Show on KYW. It's like a cheesesteak for your brain.
Back in 1962, when Frank Loesser and Abe Burrows scored a Broadway hit with How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, women rarely rose above the rank of secretary in the corporate culture. But that doesn't stop the women in the cast of the current revival from stealing the show.
If you truly wish to be among the lucky golden few, you can.
I can. How to apply for a job. How to advance from the mailroom.
This satire of corporate America in the 1960s follows an ambitious window cleaner as he schemes to reach the top. It's a timeless story dealing with issues that are still high on the agenda for working women.
Goes onward and upward.
To do a period play like this, often what you end up proving is that things have changed less than people would like to believe.
There is a brotherhood of man, a benevolent brotherhood of man.
How to Succeed made its Broadway comeback just as a new national survey found that the brotherhood is alive and well. Men still comprise 95% of top management jobs in the Fortune 2000 companies, and women are still fighting to shatter the glass ceiling. And yet, despite their secretarial roles, women represent the real power behind the scenes. Meet the boss's secretary, Mrs. Jones.
Oh, I like it that she's tough, that she's in charge.
She pretty much runs the company. Despite the big bosses and, you know, everybody's title, she keeps things going at the Worldwide Wicked Company. I think that the song "The Secretary" is not a toy. It's very significant in that it shoves the point home that women are not to be played with.
Before you jump for joy, remember this, my boy. A secretary is not a tinker toy.
Hetty LaRue is a showgirl who wants to join the corporate culture.
I think she's a blast to play. I think I love the physical aspect of Hetty. I love her costumes. They're a trip. My boobs are pushed up to the heavens. I get to wear really high stiletto heels. My costumes are a lot of fun. I love the comedy, the comedic aspect of this character. I've made her sort of wacky and wild.
Rain or shine, rain or shine, hot or cold. Well, far beyond all measure.
This woman is not a bimbo. She's not a dumb blonde. She's very smart. She may be uneducated. She may not be able to spell very well, or her grammar isn't very good. She's not a very good secretary, but she's a very smart woman. She knows exactly what she wants. She goes for it, and she gets it in the end. She's a working woman.
Wearing the wifely uniform while he goes onward and upward.
Rosemary Pilkington is the receptionist who falls in love.
He comes wearily home from downtown.
When I first read it, the role seemed deceptively sort of light. But in playing it, I found that Rosemary is a very strong person.
Your own separate estate.
The secretaries are smart, sensible ones, and the men are completely idiotic. It's sort of feminist in a way.
This book is all that we need. How to succeed.
The play definitely provides some laughs at the expense of the business world, and also in revival is the handbook to success that inspired the play that you'll find very amusing. Definitely a period piece. Well, we hope you succeed at business this week. I'm Kathleen Matthews, and I'll see you on The Next Working Woman. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Yeah!
Hot Pockets, filled with pepperoni pizza or ham and cheese and a crispy crust.
What are you gonna pick?
Hot Pockets.
Try Lean Pockets, too.
Experience Bridges, the romantic new fragrance inspired by the movie The Bridges of Madison County. Bridges, some moments last forever.
Jonelle Clear Acrylic Gel. Gel it, set it. Diamond hard natural nails. Jonelle Clear Acrylic Gel. Beautiful nails made easy.
These daycare workers are very special people. They've taken a Red Cross training program which teaches people how to respond to first aid emergencies for the children in their care. It's an important program that our volunteers offer here in the Delaware Valley, and it's all for the health and safety and development of our children. Should a life-threatening emergency ever occur in a daycare center where one of these trained people work, they'll know how to respond. Red Cross is here in the Delaware Valley, helping people respond to life's emergencies every day.
It's been almost 14 years, nearly 4,000 mornings, dozens of snowstorms, millions of showers, plus countless cups of coffee, scrambled eggs, and scrambled roads. And one morning newscast to get you through all of it. With Tom's 13 Franklin Institute forecasts, John's traffic cam reports every 15 minutes, and Brandon's 21 years of news experience. Together on News 3, we'll always bring you two things: coverage and a smile you can count on.
KYW3 is now your CBS station.